Hey everyone, it's Jason here. Today, we're diving into the world of cars and busting some common fuel myths that people swear by. You know those little bits of wisdom that get passed down like family heirlooms? Well, sometimes those heirlooms are just dusty old fakes. We're gonna take 7 of the most popular fuel myths, put them on the table, and dissect them one by one. We'll use a little bit of science, a little bit of logic, and a whole lot of real-world experience to see if these myths hold any water. Are you ready? Let's get bustin'. Okay, first up, we're tackling a big one: premium fuel. Is it really the magic elixir for your engine, or are you just setting your money on fire? Here's the deal. Most cars on the road today are designed to run just fine on regular good old-fashioned gasoline. Your car's engine has a thing called a compression ratio. Higher compression ratios generally require higher octane fuel, which is what premium gas provides. But unless you're driving a high-performance sports car or a luxury vehicle with a turbocharger or supercharger, your owner's manual probably recommends regular fuel. Check it. It's like the Bible for your car. Using premium fuel when your car doesn't need it won't give you more power or better fuel economy. It's like wearing a 3-piece suit to mow the lawn. It's just overkill. So, save your hard-earned cash and stick with regular fuel unless your car specifically demands it. Now, let's talk about fuel additives, those little bottles of mystery juice that promise to boost your car's performance. Are they the real deal, or are they just snake oil for your engine? The truth is, most modern cars with fuel injection systems are already pretty darn good at keeping things clean and running smoothly. Fuel additives might offer some minor benefits like cleaning fuel injectors or reducing emissions, but they're not going to magically transform your car into a rocket ship. If you're driving an older car or you're worried about specific issues like fuel system deposits, then a reputable fuel additive might be worth considering. But for most drivers, they're not really necessary. My advice? Stick to regular maintenance like oil changes and air filter replacements, and you'll be doing your car a much bigger favor than pouring in a bottle of questionable chemicals. Alright, let's debunk another popular myth. Filling up your gas tank in the morning gets you more fuel for your money. The idea is that cooler temperatures make the fuel denser, so you get more bang for your buck. Sounds logical, right? Well, here's the thing. While it's true that fuel expands slightly in warmer temperatures, the difference in density is so small that it's practically negligible. Think about it. Gas stations store their fuel in underground tanks, where the temperature remains relatively stable throughout the day. So, unless you're filling up from a tank that's been baking in the sun all day, the temperature difference is going to be minimal. Bottom line, fill up your tank whenever it's convenient for you. Don't stress about trying to outsmart the gas station by showing up at the crack of dawn. Now let's talk about a fuel-saving technique that's been debated for years: turning off your engine at stoplights. Does it actually save fuel, or are you just putting unnecessary wear and tear on your starter? The answer, as with many things in life, is, it depends. On older cars with carburetor engines, idling for extended periods could waste a significant amount of fuel. But modern cars with fuel injection systems are much more efficient, and idling for a few seconds at a stoplight won't make a huge difference. In fact, constantly restarting your engine can actually use more fuel in the long run, especially if you have an older starter or battery. Plus, it puts extra strain on your electrical system. My recommendation? Use your best judgment. If you're stuck in traffic for an extended period, turning off your engine might save a tiny bit of fuel, but for short stops, it's probably not worth the hassle. For years, manual transmissions were considered the gold standard for fuel efficiency. But is that still true in the age of advanced automatic transmissions? It's true that in the past, manual transmissions were generally more fuel efficient than their automatic counterparts. But times have changed. Modern automatic transmissions, especially those with 6, 8, or even 10 speeds, are incredibly sophisticated. These new transmissions can shift gears more smoothly and efficiently than any human driver, maximizing fuel economy. Plus, many automatic cars now come with features like stop-start technology, which shuts off the engine at stoplights to save fuel. So, while manual transmissions can still be fun to drive, they're no longer the automatic winner when it comes to fuel efficiency. Automatic transmissions have come a long way, baby. Alright, let's settle this age-old debate. Is it more fuel efficient to use your air conditioner or roll down your windows? Here's the thing. Both options create drag, which forces your engine to work harder and burn more fuel. Air conditioning puts a strain on your engine, while open windows disrupt the airflow around your car, increasing aerodynamic drag. At lower speeds, opening your windows might be the slightly more fuel-efficient option. But as your speed increases, the drag from open windows becomes more significant, and using your air conditioner actually becomes the better choice. Ultimately, the best approach is to find a balance. If it's a nice day and you're driving at a reasonable speed, roll down your windows and enjoy the breeze. But if it's scorching hot or you're cruising down the highway, crank up the AC and stay comfortable. And finally, let's address the myth that you should always keep your gas tank full to prevent condensation. The idea is that an empty tank allows more air and moisture to accumulate, leading to condensation that can contaminate your fuel. While it's true that condensation can form in your gas tank, it's not something you need to lose sleep over. Modern cars have systems in place to deal with small amounts of moisture in the fuel system. Plus, unless you live in an extremely humid environment, or you're driving a classic car with a vented gas cap, the amount of condensation that forms in your tank is likely to be minimal. So, don't feel like you need to constantly top off your tank to avoid condensation. It's perfectly fine to let your fuel gauge dip below half full without panicking. There you have it, folks. 7 fuel myths busted. Hopefully this video has armed you with the knowledge you need to make informed decisions at the pump and save yourself some money in the process. Remember, just because something sounds plausible or gets repeated enough times doesn't make it true. Always be skeptical, do your research, and don't be afraid to question those long-held beliefs. Make sure to share this video with your friends and family and let us know in the comments if there are any other myths you'd like us to tackle. Until next time, keep driving smart.